JC, Vlad, got another jersey review video for you. Go watch the first one. I'll probably have a link if I figure out how to do it. But these are all the City Connect jerseys that have been ranked. We did this about a year ago now, which is crazy, where we tier ranked them. But A, not all of them were released. B, some of our opinions might have changed. And C, it wasn't great quality because we didn't have the software like we do now. And there are a couple of new ones. So we'll go through, we'll give them all a grade, and then we'll pick 3 that we will attempt to purchase. Let's start with the newest one that has been released, this Astros jersey. What do you think about this one?
I don't know if this is like scorching hot, but A+.
Whoa.
I love the logo. And the colors, I actually think are pretty cool. Like they fit the Astros kind of scheme. So
wow, I'm starting to question all of my life decisions. This is probably the first one because we have kind of similar tastes in jerseys, but I was going to give this one a D. Because it kind of looks like it's missing the A. It just Stros.
Yeah, it's fair.
But I'm looking into it and I kind of see where you're coming from. It's not a bad design. And maybe I'm biased because I just dislike the Astros. But we'll split the difference a little bit. We'll call it a B. If I can find the B. Don't think we used the B. I don't think we gave anyone a solid B in the last video. So yeah, we'll give this one a B. This one has already been released. It was released in 2024. The Philadelphia City Connect jerseys. Can't remember what we gave it last time, but we did have Zach on. But what would you give this one?
D+.
I'm right there with you.
I don't like the fade. I don't know what the word is for it, but the gradient. I think that's actually the right term.
Yeah, it is a gradient. Yeah, good get.
Like the light part of it is nice, but when it gets darker, I just don't like it. And then the pants are correct me if I'm wrong, they have dark pants too.
I agree.
And I'm never a fan of dark pants.
I know I'm very indecisive, but for anyone who's out there, I'm an artist. I draw a lot of things, and I'm just not a big fan of going way too out there with your normal color scheme versus just trying something completely new. And the Phillies aren't blue, yellow, or dark blue.
Yeah.
And if you reject that argument, that's okay. I'm not a big fan of the font either, just the Philly. But don't come after us, Philly fans, but D. The Rangers. I remember this one was kind of divisive last time we did it. What do you think about these Texas jerseys?
Okay, jersey alone, A. The whole uniform itself is like a D. Because the pants, yeah. I think they wear black pants, which just don't look good at all. But the uniform or jersey itself, I think is a solid A-.
That is true. I'm 100% there. I forgot about the pants. That's a good point. Since we are going jerseys, I will give it a B+. We'll dock it a little bit, kind of like a teacher who docks for a lack of citation or something like that. We're going to dock it a little bit because of the pants, but I do like the jersey a lot. This is new. Los Angeles Dodgers released a new City Connect jersey, which they'll be rolling out either this year or next year. What do you think of this upon first look?
This is my first time seeing it.
Okay. What do you think?
I might say A. I really like it. I don't know what it is. I think it's the cream color with the sparkles or
yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think that's what's jumping out, and then the blue streak through the Los Angeles is sick. So
I like it,
and I like the little number up in the corner. I think
I do too. This one, I heard a lot of people talking trash about this one online. I didn't hear it. I saw it. But I think I'm going to have to give it an A. I think, honestly, like, the Dodgers kind of knocked out of the park with this one in a weird way. I think, like, the sprinkles in between on the jersey is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes these City Connect jerseys can really flop, but I like this one. Let us know what you think about this one. We'll probably do a clip on this. Boston, the Red Sox. What do you think about this one?
This is my first F in either video. These just make me want to throw up. I'm sorry.
Couldn't agree more with you. All right, I don't look. We did a video, and I remember you said F a year ago, and I said F a year ago. It's glad to see our opinions haven't changed.
Yeah.
I did a short on this in April of last year, and there were two people that in the comments were like insanely mad at me because it's supposed to memorialize the Boston Marathon, right? That's cool, but we're basing it off jerseys, all right? The story can help, but the aesthetic of the jersey kind of stinks. I think this is a bona fide F. NYC, the Mets jerseys. What do you think of these?
Like soft B minus, strong C plus, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think they're okay.
Okay.
It like represents the 7 train in the subway.
Yes.
So like that's cool, I guess, but I don't
know
the jerseys themselves.
I'm sticking to my story. I'm gonna take all the history out of it because I know everything represents history, but you ask yourself, would I rock this jersey? The answer to me is no. I think it's fair to put it at C. I was considering lower, but I think C is fine. Another jersey that I'm not sure we liked the first time, but the Wrigleyville jerseys, the Cubs jerseys. What do you think?
I don't love them, but I would say they could be a lot worse. It's just my opinion. I'd say like C plus.
I don't think it could be a lot worse. This is a D minus for me. I know. I just Wrigleyville. I just don't really get on board. Like, I don't know. I've been around Cubs fans for a long time, and maybe I'm hanging around with fake Cubs fans, but I've never heard like one person in my family who's a Cubs fan refer to the Cubs as like Wrigleyville. Maybe that's what they do. And I don't know. It just there's no number on the front that I think would make it better. Or maybe there is a number on the front. I'm not sure. This is kind of a stock photo. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and we'll say C. Angels, the Angels jerseys. I remember when we did these a long time ago. What do you think?
A plus. These are like I would argue these are my favorite.
I would completely buy this jersey if it wasn't $170.
Yeah.
These are great jerseys. Same opinion back then. A plus. These are A plus jerseys. New jerseys. The Washington Nationals have revealed City Connect jerseys. And if you can see, like in the minutia, it has like a map of Washington and the DC. And I think they have a sweatshirt or something that says the district on it they will be coming out with. Upon first look, what do you think about these jerseys?
I think it's like a cool concept. Like we've talked about with other jerseys, like the backstory behind it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like overall, it's kind of, I don't know. Like I don't really know how to describe it. I'd say like B minus.
B minus is fair. It just doesn't move me one way or the other.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to give it a lower grade. I was tempted to give it a B, but as we talked about before starting this, some teams are retiring their City Connect jerseys after last year or this year.
Yeah.
And we'll get to the Cherry Blossom jerseys, but I'm with Zach, and I think the Cherry Blossom jerseys are better than these. And they're retiring. They're choosing these over the Cherry Blossom ones, which I know marketing and stuff is a whole different world, but Kansas City. Now, I believe this is kind of interesting because I believe there's a number on the front of these jerseys. I believe so.
Yeah,
I've never seen a Royals game where they rock these, but what do you think about the Royals?
The logo is really cool in my opinion, but I don't love the like primary color.
Okay.
So like solid B.
B. I'm with that. I was thinking B, B plus. I also like the logo. I think it's cool. Now this one, the San Diego Padres pink and mint jersey collection here. Very tropical jersey theme.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one? I'm interested to hear your opinion.
I like it. Some people don't. I know that, but I think it fits like the whole San Diego like vibe. If that makes sense.
Too, man.
And that's like different than there being like a backstory behind it.
Really. Yeah, for sure. Glad you cleared that up.
I'd say like A minus.
I'm gonna go B plus. I was gonna go A minus, but they are retiring these jerseys, which I'm a huge non-proponent of. Like, I would keep them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I guess they're retiring them because they didn't sell well. That's what I'm assuming.
I guess, yeah. I don't really know.
But I'm not sure. I would love to see Jackson Merrill walk out in one of these jerseys. I remember this. We did this a year ago. What do you think of the Nars Newt Bar, the Lou jersey?
What did I say a year ago? I don't remember.
I think your opinion was negative, if I recall.
Well, I have a change of opinion if that was true.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like very like A, like really, I really like these. The color is just like,
wow, maybe I was wrong then.
The color is like eye popping, and I think the Lou is just funny. So,
wow. Okay, this is the second time this video that you and I are very divided. This is an F for me. I'm not a fan of the Lou. Like I said, I'm just not a big fan of these sayings like Wrigleyville or the Lou or what's it like? I know this is a whole different conversation, like the Milwaukee Bucks, like Cream City.
Yeah,
like, I'd never heard
it has like
Milwaukee Sacktown or Golden State. I don't know. I know people like those jerseys, but I wasn't never a big fan of the town on the Golden State jerseys. Like, even the Wizards jersey, like the district.
Yeah.
I don't know. Plus, like, going to camp for years, there was always this one British dude, and they call the bathroom in England the loo. Like, you want to go, like, if you got to go to the loo, use it now. I don't know. I definitely also have a Cardinals bias. So we'll split the difference and we'll go C. Next up, Baltimore. The Baltimore jerseys. As you can see, kind of simplistic. What do you think of the simplistic style?
Yeah, I think they're nice. I like the orange. It like makes it pop a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think like the black, orange, and white mixes well together, but like A minus, maybe B plus.
Okay. I was thinking more in the C plus C range. I don't know. Although I will get my bias out of the way first. I am, and maybe they do have this, but I'm a number on the front of the jersey too.
Yeah.
Just helps my viewing experience, I would say, as a fan.
Yeah, I can hear the argument that they're like too simple. Like I can definitely understand that.
But B- is, I think, safe. Let's go with these Giants jerseys, which they are retiring. They might have already retired them. I'm not sure. What do you think of this Giants jersey? And I think they have it in an orange colorway too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe
I'm not sure on that part, but I think A-. I really like them. The only like knock I have is the G kind of looks like the Guardians logo.
I agree. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking the more like B-, C+. So split the difference, go B. But I do like the Golden Gate just design. Yeah. And I think gradients can be good if they're used really well. But I would say for the most part, try to stay away from gradients. If you're a jersey designer listening to this video and you want my non-expert, opinion from a person who's taken art classes, but yeah. All right. The Mariners new City Connect jerseys. What are you thinking about these?
Again, jersey alone, I think it's like A+.
Mm-hmm.
But they have black pants, which
yes,
the whole thing. But like the gold fits the whole like trident.
Yes,
like, that whole type of thing. So I think that's awesome.
I'm here. I agree. A+ on the jerseys, but the black pants really don't do it for me. Rockies discontinuing these jerseys as well. I'll go first on this one. Set the tone. I remember because I came out a year ago. Big fan of these jerseys. Still a big fan now. But I'm not sure I'm as big of a fan as I was. I'm going to say B+. That's my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
B+. They are discontinuing these jerseys as well. So, Brew Crew. What do you think of these Milwaukee Brewers jerseys they just wore a couple days ago?
C. I'm not going to comment further on that.
Okay. I will comment. Brew Crew, I don't know. It just like I guess I'm just more of a simplistic person. Like, I think it'd be cool if it just was Brewers on the chest. But like, I just feel as if no major league player, and if there are any major league players that happen to be watching this, please let me know if I'm wrong. But I don't think there's anyone. I don't think the word Brew Crew is ever uttered in a major league dugout.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? Oh, I'm a player for the Brew. I'm with the Brew Crew.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anybody's saying that.
There's no way.
Detroit, the Motor City. What do you think?
D. I just don't like the color mix and then like the streak of darkness down the middle.
Yeah, makes no sense.
Yeah, not for me.
Not for me either. These ones, Toronto. I'm not sure if these were last year's or this year's, or I'm not sure. What do you think?
This might be a hot take. I think it's like an A. I just think I feel like they could have done it maybe a little better, but the whole concept, like the city skyline, I think that's so cool.
I agree. I really enjoy this concept, and I don't know. I'm a fan of this font where you got like the two different colors and they're kind of block letters.
I guess my only knock is like the Toronto is probably a little hard to see from a distance, but yeah, that's about the only complaint I have.
Yes,
I just think the concept of the city is pretty sick.
I'll agree. Hey, this one, South Side.
A+.
What do you think?
Next question. A+.
Next question. A+. A+. Pittsburgh.
F, next question.
F, next question. GH. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what you're referring to. Yes.
Yes. That was strictly an F, by the way, just because of the abbreviation. Like,
I'm not trying to. I like the Pirates colorway. It's just, I just don't know. I just think
it makes.
And I know people are gonna. Some astute listener might comment and say, "Well, JC, you just said that you don't like corny things on jerseys." That you're not wrong. It is a little hypocritical, but I mean, just look at this jersey. It's sick, and like South Side is just way cooler, I think, than the Lou or Brew Crew. You know, like people actually say like I'm from the South Side.
Right.
You know, and maybe I don't know. I've never been to St. Louis, so correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe people are saying I'm from the Lou. People say that, I don't know. But nobody says like, "Hey, what team you cheer for?" "Oh, I'm a member of the Brew Crew."
Yeah.
Like nobody's saying that. But South Side just sounds cool, you know. What do you think about these? Do you give your opinion on these?
I'm not a big fan. It's just like the color scheme.
Yeah.
To me, so like C-.
I'm a C- guy too. I'm actually a bigger fan of the color scheme than you think. I'm not a big fan of the A.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I know like in rap songs they refer to Atlanta as A. But there are a few other cities that have A as their starting name. Like I have family from Annapolis and they call Annapolis the A. And if you're sharing it, like hot take, I'm not a fan, even though, you know, from Cincinnati, my family still lives there. This is going to shock a lot of people, but I'm not a big fan of the Queen City as our nickname.
Yeah.
Because we got to share it with Charlotte.
Yeah.
I don't like sharing a name.
Yeah. I will say I can hear Gunna saying, "And I'm right back."
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's what I was thinking of too. So Gunna, if you're watching this video, I'm sorry. But have the Wrigleyville on here twice. My fault. Minnesota. I think this is a new drop. New drop of the Minnesota Twins jerseys. But maybe it's an old drop.
They did these. They came out with these last year.
Okay. As a Twins guy, what do you think of these?
It's so frustrating because every single jersey besides this one is like an A+, like home alternate, and then this one's just like. I know they were trying to do it like for the 10,000 Lakes, but the yellow is just D+.
Yeah. Scrap it. That's all I gotta say. Vlad said it best. Your jerseys are so sick.
Yeah.
Like what? Where did your jersey designer go? Is he on break or something like that? I don't know. And if you're gonna go for the 10,000 Lakes thing, like as corny as it is, I would put it at the front of the jersey. Like put 10,000 Lakes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, like the inspiration's cool, I guess, because you get.
I agree.
And then like the star in between the M and N for like the North Star.
Yeah, I agree. I like the logo. It's just not doing it for me.
Yeah, it could be better.
These. What do you think of the Miami jerseys?
I think all three of us, Zach in spirit, could say the same exact answer as A+.
Shout out to Zach. These are A+. We need to get Zach a jersey before that's going to be, if John Boy, if you can partner with us to get Zach a jersey, a Miami jersey, that would be great. A+. Cleveland, the Guardians. What are you thinking about these?
Like I'm torn because like the lettering and font and colors are pretty cool, except for the like, I don't know what to say, like streaks of like black or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So like B.
think I'm a little more bullish. You're okay with just the CLE logo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's okay.
I'll go B2.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck in between with this one.
We will also at some period of time do an NBA city jerseys. What do you think of the land?
I think they're just dragging on the LeBron thing, to be honest with you.
I agree. I just everywhere I go, because full disclosure, I live in the Cleveland area right now, and everywhere I go, I see like Cavaliers jersey, like the land on Cavaliers jerseys, and I think the Cavaliers have some sick jerseys. Don't get me wrong, and they have a sick team too. But the land, I'm just not a big fan of.
Yeah.
So, Space City. One thing I do want to recognize is shout out Victor Caratini. I don't know if you have a Victor Caratini Space City jersey. I would love to meet you and shake your hand.
Yeah.
Because you're either Victor Caratini's mother or his family, or you're crazy in a good way. But I was just weird that the only picture I could find was a Victor Caratini jersey, because they've discontinued these jerseys. But what do you think of the Space City jerseys?
Speaking of meeting someone and shaking their hand, I want to meet the person who designed both City Connect Astros jersey, because I think this is also like A+. I think this is awesome.
Whoa. See, you and I differ. I would love to meet this person and tell them that I don't like their jerseys. We'll split difference here and go C+. I think it was discontinued for a reason. I'll say that. The Cherry Blossom jersey. What do you think? Zach is a big fan of this one. Are you a big fan of this one?
I don't think it's like that special. I know everyone loves it, but
yeah,
and like there's nothing bad about it. I'd just say like B.
I agree. B's for me too. Sorry, Zach. I just can't rank in an A. This one I couldn't find like a jersey sellable on here. But Los Dodgers, what are you thinking?
D-. It's like it's not even a new jersey. It's just like the Spanish.
I'll go a step forward and give it an F. It's just no creativity. It's kind of like those city. They started coming out with NBA City jerseys now a long time ago. I think it was, what was it, like 2017 where they released the first one?
That sounds right.
And there were all these cool jerseys, and then the Spurs just did like a camouflage jersey, and it just said Los Spurs.
Yeah.
And it was just so unoriginal. But Dodgers, choose the other jersey over this one. Our jersey, the Friday night home black jersey. What are you thinking? We had opinions on these two last time. What do you think about this?
I mean, you can't put bias aside here, but A, like,
yeah,
and that's like the whole uniform too. My only knock is like the logo on the hats, but like the pants are sick, the jerseys are sick. It looks awesome, like in person. So I don't know. I just think the whole like idea of it was pretty cool.
I agree. I'm a huge fan of especially the black pants. Putting bias aside, I think this jersey is cool, and I'm actually kind of a fan of the hats in a weird way. They've kind of grown on me a little bit. Maybe just because I've seen them so many times.
Yeah.
But one thing I'm not a fan of, Juncta Juvent.
Yeah, I don't even know what that like is.
I have no idea. That sounds like a college motto or something like that. Like, where did that come from? Because they're selling merch that says Juncta Juvent on it, and I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
Here's a jersey that I know you like. You were high on this one last time.
I own one.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man has a Brandon Pfaadt Sorpientes Diamondbacks jersey. Are you still on these jerseys? Are you still liking them?
A+, yeah.
A+, yeah. I'm a huge fan. My big fandom of these came when they first released these jerseys, and it was I think it was like David Peralta and a few other guys like standing in the desert, and they had like jeans on.
Yes.
I just think that was cool. I think the Diamondbacks in total have a cool color scheme.
Yeah.
Now we got 2 honorable mentions. Shout out to Puck Guy 14. Vlad, we don't know Puck Guy 14. Would you say that he did a good job designing these Oakland jerseys? What grade would you give him here?
I think the idea is cool. I think there may be like a little bit extra. Like I don't know if you need the whole pattern down the sleeves.
For sure, I'm with you.
Like you could even this could be a hot take. Like you could even cut the sleeves off and make those sleeveless. I think that.
Oh, okay. I kind of like that.
Or maybe it says vest style, so maybe that's what that is. Like
okay, maybe.
Under.
Oh, I think he might have been going for like, you remember the NBA Christmas Day jerseys?
Yeah.
The vests. Okay, so maybe that's what he's going for.
I don't know. I mean, I like the concept. I would say B plus just because it's like a little too much. But yeah.
B plus Puck Guy.
It's official. It's official.
What's official?
Vladimir Guerrero and the Blue Jays have agreed to a 14-year contract extension worth $500 million.
Wow, 14 years. Oh my. Well, you heard it here first, folks. 14 years, $500 million. What first thoughts on that? Just initial.
Completely deserved, one.
Agreed.
Second, it's $35 million a year. If anything, that's like underpaying them. That's just me.
My first thought exactly. It seems like a huge number, but 35 a year is pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you think his game will age well?
Yeah, because he's never really been like the athletic, great defender. So that, I don't know that he's going to take steps back in that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Maybe it's just a concern. And there's a debate that Zach and I have had many times through the years. And you might be on Zach's side on this, but as much as I love him, and I think it was a well-deserved contract, like the Joey Votto contract, I mean, we were kind of just paying him like big-time money to – I know he had some good years in his final kind of run, but it got to a point where he just wasn't worth that money. Now, to be fair, the Reds weren't going to win anyway. But I don't know. It's just always weird when you're paying somebody till they're like 40 years old.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Joey deal was 12 years, I want to say, and they got 7 or 8. I think that's all you can ask for. Like 7 or 8 good years. So
that's true.
I think
that's true. Unfortunately, with the MLB, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Always good to swoop these guys up. And weirdly enough, and we'll get to this final jersey in a sec, but kind of happy that he's going back to Toronto.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I just feel I'm scared that like anybody who hits the free agent market, the Dodgers or the Yankees are just going to swoop him up.
Yep, I was on the same boat there.
So in a weird way, I'm kind of like just cheering for like stars to just stay with their team. Because I'm very nervous that in many, many years when Elly De La Cruz is a superstar and hits the free agent market, that LA will throw like $1 billion at him. But that's neither here nor there. Last one. This is by Real T-Cut, Thomas Northcutt. He's a jersey designer for the Brooklyn Nets. Graphic designer for the Brooklyn Nets. He produced this jersey. What do you think? Would you recommend New York Rocks this one?
I just think it's too off of their like color scheme, and I know that's hard to say because the Yankees are just black and white. But
yeah,
I just think it's so different. Like, I think the concept is cool, but it doesn't really fit them. So like C-.
C. minus is good. Sorry, Thomas, you're really good at your job. Actually, are the Nets jerseys nice? I haven't really seen
Yeah, I think they're actually pretty solid.
I do too. So good at your job. Obviously this made its rounds places, but so final kind of ranking. If you were to choose 3 City Connect jerseys to purchase, who would you choose?
Okay. I think the Angels Trout one is probably the easy one for me.
Yep.
And then Toronto Guerrero, and that's not just because he.
Okay, Toronto Guerrero. Okay.
I just like the jersey, and then. Trying to think what. Let's see. I'm thinking either the first Houston, like the very first jersey, the Houston one.
Okay.
I know you disagreed on, but
yeah, that's okay.
That or the Dodgers one was cool, but I would never get a Dodgers jersey.
Is there a player on Houston you would get their jersey?
That's what I'm trying to think of. Like Jordan, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that though. Is my answer.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I think I got an answer. I'll just go with. Maybe I don't have an answer. Give me a Brooks Baldwin Southside Chicago White Sox jersey.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Do we like Austin Slater as Reds fans?
No.
No? Okay.
For the jokes, it would be pretty funny.
I'm divided. I agree, but I'm divided on the whole once a Red, always a Red thing, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's true or not. I'll keep it simple. I'll go Louis Bob Southside jersey. I will also go the Angels jersey, but although I love Mike Trout, I'm going to go a Zach Neto Angels jersey. I've been a big Zach Neto fan for a while. We're going to do maybe a list of players we like, and Zach Neto is my guy. And then for my final jersey, I am going to choose I'm going to go a Xavier Edwards Miami jersey.
Yeah, I like it.
Xavier Edwards, I like him because I'm not sure if you remember, like, Blake Snell, that stream when, like, Tommy Pham got traded. He's like, trade him for a slap dick prospect. That's what he said. And to be referred to as a slap dick prospect when you just got traded for Tommy Pham, like, all due respect to Tommy Pham, but I would take that kind of personally. Like, I would be like, what the heck, man? Like,
yeah,
I'm 21 years old. Like, you don't know
exactly.
me. And Tommy Pham isn't like the greatest player of all time, but maybe back then they thought he was. So, yeah, that's it. If you're watching on Clips or on YouTube, we would appreciate a subscription, please. I'm begging you. I'm just kidding. That's stupid. I was going to do those shtick.